Hi guys, welcome back. This is going to be my 7th attempt going up against Hollow Crown. I almost got him last time, but I ended up with a bad shuffle, and I got a quad Nemesis activation, and that killed me. Or is that what happened? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And it wasn't. Gravehold actually was doing okay. I actually ended up exhausting both my mages, which is pretty rare. But that's what happened. So, all right. So I'm going up again with Ogumor and Mazahedron. I just call Maza. Maza's special ability lets him gain a gem that costs 4 or less, and also heal Gravehold by 4 for 4 charges. His unique card allows, it's basically a crystal. It generates 1 Aether, and you can also have it generate 2. I don't know why I put that. 2 instead. But your next card you gain has to go towards your ally. Alright, we're getting Frozen Magmite and Breach Ore. And then for our higher 2 card. And then Ogumor, his unique ability allows him to heal 6 life. If he's exhausted, it generates 5 life for his ally. His unique card costs him 2 life, gains him 3 Aether, and a charge. Bloodstone Jewel. Frozen Magmite costs 3, gain 2 Aether. You may place next card you gain on top of your deck. Breach Ore costs 4, gain 2 Aether. You may focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. And Bloodstone Jewel costs 6. When you gain Bloodstone Jewel, first time on your turn, gain 3 Aether. So I still have not seen the Dread Diamond yet in any of my plays. I think I've seen all the relics, and there's a number of spells I have not seen. Most of the 5 cost ones, I think. I believe this is my 7th attempt. So, and this is on regular difficulty, not expert. Crying Compass, Fiend Catcher, that's it. I'm gonna reshuffle those because that's the exact same 2 I had last time, which is just odd. Certainly it's possible, but it is odd. So I'm just gonna keep them in there, keep shuffling a little bit. Okay. Vortex Gauntlet, Mage's Totem. So that's the lowest cost relic at 2 cost. Destroy a gem or relic you played this turn, or destroy this and Gravehold gains 1 life. And the most expensive, Vortex Gauntlet, costs 6. Cast any player's prepared spell. Return that spell to that player's hand. Okay. And we're going to do spells. Oh. And then these ones back in there. So definitely struggling with Hollow Crown. I beat the Umber Titan, the big worm thing, in the first try, so that was easy. That's kind of how Aeons End is sometimes. There's some of these Nemesises that, especially the ones with counters, I don't typically have a hard time with. And then some of these ones where there's just lots of abilities going off. So Hollow Crown was hard, Crooked is hard, Crooked Mask was hard. The Blight Lord and Wayward One were all kind of difficult. And some of the other ones, not so much. All right, Aurora, this is a new one. Okay. Pyrotechnic Surge, 4 cost, deals 4 damage. You may destroy a card in your discard pile, and this card takes up 2 slots. Also got Carbonize, 4 cost, deals 3 damage. You reveal the top card of the turn order deck. You may place that card on the bottom. And then Aurora. Haven't seen this one yet. So 5 cost. While prepped, once per turn during the main phase, you may gain 1 charge. Very cool. Cast, deal 3 damage. And since you prep it, you gain it during your main phase, you get the charge on the turn you prep this, the way I read that. So that's really cool. I like that card. So far, it doesn't seem like quite as good of a combination as what I had last time going on, but I still didn't quite have it figured out. All right. Reduce to Ash, 7 cost. While prepped at the start of your casting phase, reveal the top card of your deck and destroy the revealed card. Cast 4 damage. Not too shabby. The damage on that is a little low, so my highest damage spell is a 4, which is a little low. So 2 cards that do 3, 2 cards that do 4. That's what I ended up with, looks like. But it's a decent mix of abilities. So I have something that generates charges. I have something that... I have 2 cards that can destroy cards. I can double cast spells. Mage's Totem can destroy gems. And Carbonize can affect the turn order deck. So it's not too bad. Okay. We're going to start with Maza. And we will open his second breach and prep both sparks for 3. Oh, I gotta bring out the starting acolytes. We get Mord and Solara. Mord, Gravehold suffers 3 damage, or any player loses 1 charge, Gravehold suffers 1. And the minion suffers 1. And Solara, any player discards 2 cards in hand, this minion suffers 3 damage. Okay, Nemesis. And we get Throne Watch right at the beginning. 6 life. That resolve the blood magic effect of the acolyte with the lowest life. The acolyte then suffers 1 damage. Alright. Ogumor is going to activate Coal Shard, costing him 2 life, dropping him from 10 to 8, gaining a charge and 3 Aether, which combined with his 2 cards gives him 5. And he will focus his second breach, prep 2 sparks, focus costs 2, and then he will purchase a Frozen Magnet. Maz's turn, he will cast both sparks, dealing 2 damage to Throne Watch, bringing him from 6 to 4. He will then prep Spark, and then for 4, he will purchase a Breach Ore. Nemesis gets to go, Throne Watch activates. We're going to have Mord. No, we're going to have Solara activate. And Olgamore is going to discard his 2 sparks. And then Solara is going to take 4 damage. 3 from his blood magic and 1 from Throne Watch. So that drops him to 7. And then we draw a card. Thrash, Unleash. Players collectively discard 2 cards. So Mord activates and is going to do... I will pay the charge. No, I'm not, actually. Gravehold's just going to take the 3 damage. And then we have to discard 2 cards, which is kind of crazy. So they each discard 1 crystal. Olgamore's turn again. He will cast both Sparks, do 2 damage to Throne Watch, and then he will purchase a Mage's Totem. Forgot to give him a new hand. Nemesis activates. That means Throne Watch is going to activate. And that means Solara will activate. Any player discards 2 cards. And then Solara takes another 4 damage, bringing him down to 3 life. And then we draw Night Unending. Power 3. Gravehold suffers 2 damage for each spell prepped by the player with the most prep spells. Naz is going to go. Cast Spark. Deal 1 damage to Throne Watch. Leaves him with 1 life. For 3, he will purchase a Frozen Magmite. Nemesis again. Throne Watch activates. Any player discards 2 cards in hand. We will discard 1 Spark, 1 Crystal. And that is the 3 damage that is going to kill Solara. And then we bring out Rengoda. Rengoda, its blood magic, does 2 damage to any player, or any player suffers 1 damage and discards their most expensive card in hand. We also take power token off Night Unending, and we draw. Resolve the blood magic effect of each acolyte without them suffering damage. Okay, so that's 3 damage to Gravehold from Mord, and Rengoda is going to do 2 damage to Olgamore. Bring him from, what is that, 8 to 6. Okay, we're going to activate Cold Shard. That does 2 damage. Brings him from 6 to 4 life. Grants him a charge. And that's 3, 4, 6 Aether. Very cool. He's going to use that 6 to purchase a Bloodstone Jewel. And then he'll use the 3 from that to purchase a Frozen Magmite. It's a terrible hand. Alright, we're going to prep Spark. And then we're going to use Mage's Totem to destroy the crystal. And we hold on to the 2 Sparks. That's it. Kind of a waste of a turn. And Maz's turn. He's going to prep Spark. And he's going to gain 2 Aether or 3 towards a card for Olgamore. I'm going to give him 3 towards Frozen Magmite. Not the best start. Olgamore has taken some damage. Still needs 4 more charges to activate his special ability. Gravehold's taken some damage too, but I have killed 1 Acolyte, so that's decent. Oof, Nemesis again. Alright, so we're gonna have Mord. I'll pay the 1 charge. So Gravehold takes 1 damage, drops us from 24 to 23. Mord drops from 11 to 10, and then from 10 to 9 because of Throne Watch's ability. Then we take a token off Night Unending, and we draw a card. But place the Acolyte in play with the lowest life on the bottom of the deck. Draw an Acolyte, unleash. Okay, so Mord's going to go on the bottom of the deck. And we draw Kurgax. Gravehold suffers 1 damage, any player suffers 1 damage. And we'll take that. So Gravehold will go 23 to 22. And Ulgamore will take 1 more point of damage. Okay. Ulgamore's turn. He's going to cast Spark and he's going to kill Throne Watch. Get him out of there, thankfully. And we're going to pay 3, open that second breach, and prep 2 sparks. I know that means Gravehold is going to take 4 damage, but I kind of just wanted to get them out of there. I don't want to hold on to those. Screw up his turns too much. He's already had a few screwed up. It actually doesn't even hurt me that bad, so I will cast both sparks. 1 damage to each. Acolyte, bringing them both to 10. I will then prep spark. Now this is worth 4, 7, 10 plus a charge. So I will use Coal Shard. Reduces me from 3 to 1 life. Gives me a charge. 3 Aether, 6, 8, 10. I'll use 8 of that to activate his special ability. Healing himself by 6. Bring him up to 7 life. And I'll use the remaining 2 to purchase a Mage's Totem. Maz's turn. He will not cast Spark. He will cast Spark. He'll do 1 damage to Rangoda. Bring him to 9. And then prep a Spark. And then he generates 4 and a Focus or 6. So he'll take the 6 and he'll take Bloodstone Jewel with a Frozen Maglamp. Okay. He gets to go again. We will cast Spark 1 more time. This time we're going to hit Kurgax for 1. That brings him to 9 as well. So Kurgax and Rangoda are both at 9. I prep a Spark. And then I generate 4 Aether or 5 with a giving it to Ulgamore. And I will do that. I'll buy an Aurora for Ulgamore. And Nemesis' turn. Night Unending activates. 2 damage to Gravehold. Then we draw. Heart of Nothing, power 2 unleash twice, or any player suffers 4 damage. Discard 4 cards in hand to discard. Nemesis is going to go. We're going to take a token off Heart of Nothing. And we draw Infernal Domain. This is the 8 cost draw a third Acolyte. So I can discard that for 8 Aether, which I definitely want to do if possible. Alright, we will prep the second Spark. And this is, yeah, okay. 3, 5, 7, 8. So, Jewel, Magmite, or Crystal. 8 Aether, and I will cancel Infernal Domain. Hells yes. That's the major checkpoint. If you can't do that and you end up with 3 Acolytes in play, you're probably going to lose that game, even in normal difficulty. And even if I had kept him, I probably would just, like, if I had spent that, I probably just would have bought Carbonized and like 2 Mage's Totems. So it's not the end of the world. I do get to go again. I will cast 2 Sparks, doing 1 damage to each, keeping them both at 8. I'll then prep Spark, and I generate 4, 5, 6 if I want to give it to Olgamore. But for 5, I think I'll just take that and take an Aurora for himself. Okay. Olgamore's turn. He will prep Spark. That's worth 4. Yeah. You know what? He's just going to discard all 4 to cancel Heart of Nothing. It wouldn't have been that great of a hand. Alright, he does get to go again. We will cast 2 Sparks, 1 each. That brings them both to 7. We will then prep 2 Sparks. I will spend 2, actually to purchase a charge in this case. And then I'll use Mage's Totem to destroy all the crystals. Nemesis' turn. Board is clear. Mutilate. Unleash. The players collectively discard 2 prepared spells. Any player suffers 2 damage. So Unleash. We're going to have Gravehold take 1 damage. Brings us to 19. And Olgamore takes 1 damage. And then we collectively discard 2 prepared spells, so that's fine. And then any player suffers 2 damage. We're going to have Olgamore take that as well. And that brings him to 4. Okay, Nemesis gets to go. Null Scion, 11 life, Persistent Unleash. Okay, Olgamore's turn. We're going to prep Aurora. We're going to activate Coal Shard, loses 2 life, gains a charge. And then he generates 10 Aether. 3, 3, 4, 2, 2. He also gains a charge from the Aurora. So he will use 6 to activate his special ability. Heal himself 6, so he goes back up to 8 life. He still has 4 remaining, and he will purchase a Pyrotechnic Surge. He gets to go again. He's just going to prep Spark. For 4, he's going to purchase a Carbonize. And then Mage's Totem will destroy one of his crystals. And then he gains a charge from the Aurora since I didn't cast it. Maz's turn. He generates 6/8 Aether. He's going to take a Pyrotechnic Surge and a Carbonize. Nemesis is going to go, so first we unleash. Grateful takes 1 damage, brings it to 18. Olgamore takes 1 damage. And then we draw. Unleash, so again, Grateful takes 1 damage. Olgamore takes 1 damage. The Acolyte with the lowest life gains 10 life. Resolve the Acolyte's blood magic effect. We're going to heal Rengoda. So he's going to go from 7 to 11. And then he does 2 damage to Olgamore, bringing him back down to 4. So you really need that tanking ability. There's just so much player damage. Alright, and then we get Maza again. He's going to cast Spark, deal 1 damage to Null Scion. He's then going to use Breach Ore to focus his 3rd breach. He's going to prep Aurora and 2 Sparks. He also gains a charge from the Aurora. I feel like I just brought Null Scion out. That was a really fast round. Okay. We do get Olgamore. He will cast both Aurora and I don't want to use the Aurora, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to cast a Spark. It's going to do 1 damage to Null Scion. Something from 10 to 9. Prep Spark. Use Mage's Totem to destroy Crystal. Gain a charge. And draw 3. Okay, his turn again. Now I have to cast the Aurora. So that's 4 damage between the Aurora and the Spark. And that brings Null Scion down to 5. I'm then going to prep Pyrotechnic Surge to both the 1st and 2nd breaches. We'll activate Coal Shard, which will cost me 2 life. Gain me a charge. But between that, I generate 3 and then another 3, so that's 6. It's enough to activate my special ability, heal myself another 6. That brings me back up to 8 life. 1, 2, 3. Nemesis' turn, unleash. That means Rengoda is going to do 2 damage. Yes, 2. Brings him down to 6. And then we draw. Resolve the blood magic effect, the Acolyte with the most life. That's Rengoda, so he does another 2 damage. Togomor back down to 4. And then he suffers 6, which brings him down to 5, and then unleash twice. So that's 2 damage to Gravehold. And it should be another 2 to Ogomor, but I'm actually going to have Mazza take this one. So he's going to take, Mazza's going to take 2 damage and drops from 10 to 8. I do not have a way to heal Mazza, so I do not like having him take damage, but I don't want Ogomor to drop to 2. Alright, Mazza Hadrian's turn. We're going to cast Aurora with the 2 sparks. That's worth 5 damage, and that's enough to take out the Null Scion. Okay, then we're going to prep Pyrotechnic Surge. First and second breaches, and then he generates 2, 4, 5 Aether. 6 if I want to give something to Ogomor. I'm just going to take the Aurora. I think that's good for now. Okay, we get to go again. So we're going to cast Pyrotechnic Surge. This deals 4 damage. And then you may destroy any card in your discard pile. So I'm going to destroy Spark. And that 4 damage is going to hit Rengoda. Bring him to 1. And then I'm going to prep Carbonize. And with the crystals, 3 crystals and the Bloodstone Jewel, I generate 6 Aether, which is enough for a second Pyrotechnic Surge. I'm going to go Carbonize. And a Mage's Totem. Nemesis. Unleash twice, Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Alright, so Gravehold takes 2 damage. Any player suffers 2 damage. That's the double unleash. So 15 to 13 and 4 to 2. And then Gravehold suffers 2 from 13 to 11. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I could pull this out. It's not great. Yeah. Economy's okay. Spells are getting better. I have a decent amount of spells, but I don't have very many breaches open. Alright, to get Mazza. So he's going to cast Carbonize for 3. Hit Kurgax with it. Drop him to 4 life. And it lets me reveal the top card of the turn order deck, Nemesis, and then place it on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to prep Aurora and Spark. The Aurora grants me a charge. And then I generate 3 and a focus, or 5. We're going to do 5. Because of the Frozen Magmite, I'm going to purchase an Aurora, and the Aurora goes on top of the deck. I always forget about that one. Double activation, cool. So we're going to cast the Aurora and the Spark. Spark's going to do 1 damage to Rengoda. Aurora's going to do 3 to Kurgax. So Rengoda's defeated. We'll bring out Holdran. He's going to have 11 life. 2 different players each suffer 1 damage. Kurgax is down to 1. Then we get to prep 2 Auroras. Their ability is going to activate, giving me 2 charges. I will activate that special ability, gaining a Breach Ore to my discard pile, and healing Grateful by 4, going up to 15. And then generate 2 Aether to purchase a Mage's Totem. Not too shabby. I'm pretty sure I got a double activation coming though. Alright, Ogamore. He is going to cast Pyrotechnic Surge for 4 damage. It's going to hit Holdran. Drop him to 7. That allows me to destroy any card in my discard pile. I'll destroy Spark. I will then prep a Spark and a Carbonize. And I generate 4 Aether. And I will take Breach Ore. The only reason I'm doing that is because I don't have any Breach Ores with Ogamore yet. So that's just something to help him start to open up his breaches a little bit. Alright, Nemesis get to go. Clear the board. We get Mage Ender, 9 life. The player with the most open breaches suffers 2 damage. I will say, I really need to heal Ogamore. Alright, he will cast both Spark and Carbonize. It's a total of 4 damage on the Mage Ender. Drops him to 5. Reveals the top card, which is Nemesis. He's then going to prep Spark. And he uses Frozen Magmite and Crystal to gain 3, which is enough for another Magmite. Or another charge, really. And then he's going to use Mage's Totem to destroy the crystal. And he will destroy the other Mage's Totem to heal Griffle 1. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't have any crystals nearby this. Now I can still shuffle them in from this side, although there aren't any here either. But with 2 of them there, it just didn't make sense. It made more sense to get rid of the card. Alright, Nemesis' turn. Mage Ender activates. We're going to have Maza take that hit of 2 damage from Mage Ender. So he's down from 8 to 6. And then we get Morbid Gyre. Power 1, unleash twice. Players collectively discard 3 cards in hand. To discard, spend 7 Aether. I feel like this game is going really fast. I have 4 Auroras. That's good. 3 Carbonizes, 2 Pyrotechnic Surges, none Reduced to Ashes, no Vortex Gauntlets. Okay, we're going to cast Spark. It's going to do 1 damage to the Mage Ender. Bring him to 4. Coal Shard is getting destroyed because I only have 2 life. My 3 Aether. I used to focus my 3rd breach, allowing me to prep Pyrotechnic Surge to 2nd and 3rd, and Aurora to the 1st, which grants me a charge. So here's the good news. Look how thin my deck's getting. 12 cards. We get to go again. Very cool. Alright, Pyrotechnic Surge is going to go off, and that's going to do 4 damage, or that's enough to kill the Mage Ender. Bring him off the board. I don't have anything in my discard pile to destroy with it, unfortunately. But that allows me to hold on to the Aurora, so I'm going to gain a charge there. I'm going to prep a Spark. I'm going to use my 6 Aether here to activate my special ability and heal myself by 6. So I'm going back up to 8 life. Nemesis' turn. Morbid Gyre activates, unleash twice. So that is 2 different players, each suffer 1 damage. So that's 2 damage to Olgamore, brings him from 8 to 6. And Maza goes from 6 to 4. Players then collectively discard 3 cards. I'll discard 3 Sparks. And we draw Unleash twice. The player with the most prep spells suffers 1 damage from each prep spell. Okay, so that's another 2 damage to each. Maza drops to 2. Olgamore drops to 4. So this is why it's just so difficult. There's just so many unleashes. And then Olgamore's going to take another 2 damage. Excuse me. But yeah, Maza just had 6 life. Olgamore had 8. Now they're both at 2. Off 1 turn. Crazy. Alright, Maza's turn. Did I not get the charges from this? I don't see any charges there. That's pretty annoying. Very annoying. I'm going to cast both Auroras. I'm pretty sure I should have had 2 charges here. Going to cast both Auroras, doing 6 damage to hold around. He's going to prep Pyrotechnic Surge. And this is worth 3 Aether, so he's going to focus his 3rd breach and prep Carbonize. Okay, he gets to go. They're both at 1, which is kind of unfortunate, but I will cast both Carbonize and Pyrotechnic Surge, killing each of them, each of the Acolytes. It's a waste of firepower, but at least I have 4 of them dead. So that brings out Navkalis and Trag. Navkalis does 3 damage to Greyfold, then he suffers 1. And Trag does 2 damage to any player. If that player is 5 life or less, this minion suffers 2 damage. Alright. I'm confused. Yeah, no, I cast both of these. That's what I did. And then I generate 6 Aether, and I can destroy a crystal. So I purchase a Vortex Gauntlet while destroying a crystal. Nemesis' turn. Resolve the most recently discarded attack card so that it's banish, unleashed twice. Player with the most prep spells suffers 1 damage for each of their prep spells. So Ogre is going to be exhausted no matter what. Alright, so that's 6 damage to Gravehold. Brings us from 16 to 10. And Navkalis takes 2 damage, bringing him from 11 to 9. And then Olgamore becomes exhausted. Why does he not have any charges? I left the Aurora there. Ugh, I keep forgetting stuff. Man. So Aurora gets discarded. Breach is destroyed. And then we take another 4 damage, dropping us from 10 to 6. I'm grateful. Not looking so hot. I know this is a winning combo. I know it is. It just feels like sometimes Olgamore spends all of his energy just healing, and he doesn't really get to do much damage. And then I'm not really sure what the point of Maza is. Maza's not doing a ton of damage either. He can help him by, I don't know. I need to help use him to buy more better cards. Luckily, I was able to curate with him. I got rid of most of his starting deck. That's why his deck's so sexy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 of those were starters. You got rid of. Okay. Maza's turn. We're going to prep Carbonize and Spark. Breach Ore will open. Well, it's worth 5. No, I'm not. I gotta think that is. I'm not getting that. We're gonna open that 3rd breach, and then we're gonna purchase a charge. Apocalypse Ritual. Power 2. Gravehold suffers 5 damage for each Nemesis turn order card in the turn order discard pile. Awesome. 8 Aether to discard. Okay. We do get Maza again. Don't even want to bother casting. My Prep Aurora, which grants me a charge. I'm going to activate all the Aether to get 4, which is enough to activate my special ability. So I will purchase another Breach Ore with that, and heal Gravehold by 4, bringing it back up to 10. I will then use Mage's Totem to destroy a crystal. Nemesis' turn. Cataclysmic Fate, power 1. The player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage. Destroy a prep spell that costs 5 or more, and breach in which it was prepped. Damn. To discard. Olgamore is going to cast Spark. Going to hit Trag. Brings him to 10. He's then going to prep Carbonize. He's going to destroy the Mage's Totem. To heal Gravehold 1, brings us up to 11. And he's going to use Frozen Magmite for a charge. Let's go again. Damn. We're going to cast Carbonize. It's going to do 3 damage to Trag. Brings him to 7. Let's reveal the top card of the Throne Archer deck. So I'm going to shuffle and reveal the top card for the next round. I will then spend 3 to focus my 3rd breach, so I can prep Pyrotechnic Surge, and I will then spend 6 actually, I focus that breach using the Breach Orb, and then I have 7. I purchase Reduce to Ash. I really need to get charges with them, I know, but alright. Now it's Maz's turn. We're going to cast all 3 spells. We're going to cast Aurora for 4, Spark for 1, and Carbonize for 3. So he has 7. So the Carbonize and Aurora are going to both kill track at 7. Take him out of play. And that brings in Bezu. Gravehold, this minion suffer 1 damage for each spell prepared by the player with the most prep spells. That is not dangerous to me. I don't mind that at all. So both of them, the Acolytes in play right now, damage Gravehold, not players, so that's good. Still going to cast that Spark though. Do 1 damage to Novkalis. And then I'm going to prep 2 Auroras. Spark. The Auroras give me 2 charges. Activate my special ability again. Getting another Breach Orb. And healing Gravehold another 4. Going back up to 15. Very nice. And then I generate 3 Aether. Purchase a Mage's Totem, I guess. Okay. It's probably loss condition. Alright. Apocalypse Rune goes off. It's going to do 5 damage to Gravehold. Brings us from 15 to 10. Power 1, player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage. That's a game over condition. That's Maza. Pretty sure. I don't think I can choose in that situation. Yep. So that I can't choose to have that hit Ogomor. It has to hit Maza. So that's game. Cataclysm Fate. Game over. Exhaust Maza. Getting there. I'm getting close. I can feel it. I'm getting to near the end of the Acolyte deck each game now. Whereas the first 3 or 4, I wasn't even defeating an Acolyte. I definitely forgot some charges from some Auroras, so that was a problem. I kind of did the bad thing where I curated Ogomor's deck, which was great, but I never actually got him any spells. So he had 1 Pyrotechnic Surge, 1 Aurora, and 1 Carbonize. I thought he had more spells than that. His economy's okay. He had 3 Magmites and a Bloodstone Jewel, and I got him a Breach Orb late. Whereas Maza, I mean, we see 2 Auroras, Pyrotechnic, Carbonize, another Carbonize, another Aurora. Yeah. So he had 3 Auroras, 2 Carbonizes on a Pyrotechnic. So Maza had all the attack cards, but he also wasn't curating the starting cards. So his deck got really fat, and it made it difficult for him to get those attack cards. Whereas Ogomor's deck was heavily curated, but he didn't have the spell cards. So I should have used Maza to give Ogamore more spell cards, and I didn't realize how big of a deficit he had on that, or I would have done more. Even if it wasn't efficient, given spend 6 to give an Aurora to Ogamore instead of to himself, kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, hope you had fun. I did. Wish me luck next time. Love you guys. You're the best.